GroundWrk Live, episode 9. We're here, man, live and direct from CSSB. You know what I'm saying? My name is Josh Jordan. I got my brother across the table from me right here.
My name is Cheat Code.
And off camera, you know, you can't see him, but we got Grode in the ZooCast captain chair right back there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, our boy Grody, you know what I'm saying? We should just chant his name at the beginning of every show.
Cue the...
Yeah. So shout out to Moving Man. This is motherfucking episode 9. This one is titled Big Boss Sloth, which is the project that me and my brother just motherfucking dropped today, direct to consumer. You know what I'm saying? It's only available on even right now. You could pay what you want for it. Nope. You could pay what you want for it. Should I answer it on fucking live, on some fucking podcast live shit? What's up, Papa? We live on a podcast. Don't say nothing crazy.
Oh, for sure. Well, sure. What's going on, man?
What's up, E?
There, so I can pull up with
Yep. Yep, you can slide it with the C-stand. It's all good, brother.
All right, bet.
Ski. All right, brother.
Yo, season.
All right, so yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Exclusively available on even right now. Pay what you want for it, from $1 to $10,000. You know what I'm saying? We are cutting out the middleman. This is a way for somebody to directly support the artist that they're trying to support. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? This has been a long time short time, but long time. This is project number 5 on Even, because this is number 4 for this year's run, but we started with Divulgence last year.
Oh, yeah.
So 5th drop on Even. It is the highest earning drop that we've seen yet on there. And it's doubled it, and mind you, we're only 2 days out from the drop.
It just came out.
Yeah, it just came out, and we have doubled the income that Divulgence did when we very first released. So, it's all incremental. You know, we're talking about $60, $100, $120. But it's been fucking crazy, dude. It's been crazy to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's talk about it, bro. Direct to consumer. That's what we're doing. What's up, bro?
Yeah. Plus that stream equivalent that it always shows you is always crazy.
Yeah, you want me to read the stats right now for today?
Yeah,
These are live. These are live stats coming off of fucking the Big Boss Sloth on Even right here. So, total revenue is $120. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the most money I've ever made off one single body of music. You know what I mean? and no matter how you cut it or how you look at it. So we're only at check these numbers out. We're only at 9 units sold. Okay, we're at 9 units sold with an average sales price of $13.18.
Nice.
So
almost like a CD back in the day.
Right, 120, but yeah, exactly. It's funny how I average that, huh? The streaming equivalent, if you wanted to go make $120 off of Spotify or major streaming platforms, you need about 33,000 streams. So I've been fucking around. I like to say I did 33K first day. Day 1. Yeah. If we're gonna talk vanity metrics, I just did 33,000 motherfucking plays day 1. You know what I'm saying?
Tight.
So, shout out those motherfucking 9 units sold, and shout out those 9 individuals. You know, and it's something that we talk about a little bit on the unders, but something we could talk about today. You know, the shit does not come easy because it's a new thing, right? So everybody that I'm talking to about this shit has to be educated in it. When I tell somebody they can buy my music, the first thing is why the fuck would I do that if I could stream it somewhere? You know what I'm saying? So you have to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? You have to create the value and figure out what it is. Number 1, right? We talk about this. The product got to be good. You know what I mean? We feel like we got to a point where, bro, this is my favorite project. This is my favorite body of music that I've ever dropped.
Tight.
So it only makes sense that it's fucking
doing well.
You know what I'm saying?
Well.
You know, and I like that shit. You know what I mean? It's affirming and shit. So it's come from, you know, even the Patreon, right? Because if you guys don't know, I'm also doing a Patreon with a single tier. It's $5 a month, and basically it gets all the raw, uncut music right straight out the studio. So you got actually a lot of the Big Boss Sloth tracks on the Patreon. You just didn't get a final mixed or mastered, put together version. You didn't get the cheat code touch. You know what I'm saying? You really got me right out the booth. So, but even that alone, explaining to people the Patreon and why you would want to do that. So really being like, yo, this is something that I'm trying to do to create a livelihood. You know what I mean? I find myself often having the discussion of like, look, for me to win off of Spotify and Apple Music and have that be the sole winner, I'd have to be getting millions of streams consistently for that to even be something that could create any sort of livelihood or something even moving towards that for me. If I could find other means of creating that revenue through, original movements like merchandise and fucking, you know what I'm saying, right, CDs and shit that you see me doing, right, there's a CD burner on this backside, so the shit that we're already on. But this also creates a new lane to where it says, you know, you can pay your $10 a month to Spotify and go stream, but that $10 a month that you're paying and that everybody else is paying has to get spread apart among every single artist that's on that platform and that's getting spun. You know what I'm saying? So moving into a place where you can say, hey, look, I know you spent $10 there, but if you want to come spend $2 over here, it could really be life changing for me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of my voice memos, and if you've received my voice memos, which a lot of you have, because I've spent, you know what I mean, I spent hours yesterday fucking just sending voice memos out and just being like, hey, this is my project, it dropped, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That shit is it literally can be life changing because it can scale so crazy. You know what I'm saying? If 100 people paid $10 for a project and I drop a project a month, I mean, I could literally work half the amount of hours that I'm working at my job right now, which would only then allow the progression and the furthering of the music and the shit that we're already doing. So it's a lane, and it's a very clear lane, and it's something that in the first few months I couldn't really see the thing. Even in the Patreon, bro, I mean, there was 4 or 5 months where I was getting like fucking, you know, $10 a month off Patreon, and it was like my mom and my cousin. You know what I'm saying? But fast forward, you know what I'm saying, and me really bleeding it and explaining to people, and now it's almost a thing to where, like, even if you're not subscribed to my Patreon or you haven't bought from the even, you know that's how I'm coming, and you know that's what I'm doing. And so that alone creates an understanding among the community that I'm trying to build of just like, yo, this people that we're going to support them directly, and this is how we're going to try to create a way for people in the community. So shout out Even, you know what I'm saying, for doing that thing. And you know, we were just talking to Gino and a few other artists about the shit. You know what I mean? It's not just them exclusively as a platform. I want to give them kudos because of what they're doing and how they're doing. I think that it is not being done in that way, but there are so many ways to go about it. Like I just said, I have a Patreon active, you know what I'm saying, running hand in hand with it. You know what I'm saying? There's a Bandcamp. There's a fucking, you can get on Shopify. The first direct-to-consumer project we did was on Shopify. You know what I'm saying? We had to jump through some fucking loops. But we did it. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple ways to do it. So figure out what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Still use the streaming platform. You shouldn't only be doing this, right? That's one thing we could talk about is the process a little bit. We're dropping on Even, you know, trying to 2 weeks before it reaches platforms. You know what I'm saying? And that's right out of their fucking webinars and shit. You know what I mean? Give it 14 days, let it cook, fucking let the fan base be able to buy your shit, but not so much that by the time that it comes out on platforms that there's like this gap. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it so like, oh yeah, if you see my promo right now, in 2 weeks when it's out on platforms, it's not 2 months old. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fun line to walk, you know what I'm saying? And it's interesting finding the balance, bro. But yeah, it's working slowly but surely. So shout out every individual that's giving fucking any dollar, bro, because man, money ain't easy to come by. You know what I'm saying? I know motherfuckers work for their shit. So if you're supporting the movement in any way and sending up, you know what I'm saying, any sort of skrill out your motherfucking pocket to support the motherfucking movement, shout out you with my whole motherfucking heart. You know what I'm saying? On my motherfucking life.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the conversations we didn't quite have yet either. But that's what pops up every once in a while too, is like, you know, people are conscious of the state of the world and shit, and like how hard it is to buy certain things, and even just necessities and stuff like that. So it's always shout out those people who are supporting, and at the same time you can't be scared to like ask people for that because of that reason. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll go do it somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like they'll buy the Nikes and the fucking. Yes, sir. That's the oldest discussion in the book, right? Like you talk about support and shit like that, and people are gonna buy what they want to buy. They're gonna find a way to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter how much money you do or don't have, like you're gonna spend money on bullshit. Like that's just kind of what people do, and like how people help themselves, or you know what they like, what they enjoy. Like if they enjoy you, then just let them fucking support. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a thing. You know? Absolutely
the thing, bro. It's funny you said that because I actually went through that. Like as I'm sending those voicemails, you know, because I always make jokes like around you guys and shit. Even some of my clients and some of the fucking, you know, just homies that be around when I be rapping shit. It's like sometimes I could sound like a salesman, and it's because I fucking sold a lot of shit in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be fucking 30 years old and sold shit from fucking cars to fucking sweaters to paint jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all sorts of shit. So
I still paint jobs before anyway.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? GroundWrk, you know what I mean? But the idea, you know what I'm saying, that popped in my head was like, you know, am I going to come off as somebody who's trying to push a product that like, you know, like, hey, like spend your money on me, you know what I'm saying? Like a fucking, who does the fucking, the solar, like a solar salesman.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like door to door, people are like, but you know what I'm saying? The reality of it is, especially right now, and this is the beauty of it. See, this is timing and opportunity and shit is important. You know what I'm saying? So as we're talking about this shit, don't be the person that waits a year to get on this direct to consumer movement. You know what I'm saying? Because when everybody's sending out voice memos, when there's 30 people hitting me up saying buy my even, now it gets a little bit more difficult when there is that understanding that this is the way that the culture is going to move, because now you're going to have to fight a little bit harder. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In order to make that fucking value make sense. You know what I'm saying? So get on the shit now. You know what I'm saying? Create that community. Create why it makes sense to fucking purchase your shit. You know what I'm saying? And if it's just the music, bro, stand on it and do that shit. You know what I'm saying? The Big Boss Sloth had no access points on even. Right. You know what I'm saying? It did not come with anything additional besides the fact that you're getting the music 2 weeks early, and that I think it's the best project that I have, and that you could tune in with it before the rest of the world. Right. You know what I'm saying? So being able to find these different reasons to be able to fucking really push that shit out, make it make sense, but just don't wait too long, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the shit we talk about. It's like, bro, it's already happening. You know what I'm saying? People are doing this. You know, I had one of the homies, a supporter that I don't know, I haven't met him in person, copped the project, and we had a conversation on Instagram because I had posted fuck Spotify. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you saw the post that I posted, but I posted the stats and I said, yo, fuck Spotify. You know what I mean? I've never made $100 off Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've made $130 off DistroKid like in the last 4 years, but that's split between every fucking, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when we're talking, he's like, yeah, he's like, no, he's like, it's not fuck Spotify. He's like, I love Spotify actually. He's like, but I get it. Get your bread. You know what I'm saying? He's like, but really, this is just to me like buying CDs back in the day. He's like, when we used to fuck with people and we liked their shit, the way to support them was buy a CD, and that was knowing that you were putting that money directly into that artist's pocket for them to fucking perpetuate their shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, ain't shit new for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm gonna have the streaming service anyway and buy your shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Which is what I think it's hard for some people to think of too, because the instinct is that if you're using something, you're using it. But this is exactly what you just said. Like, people aren't going to do that. Like, there's a streaming service. There's something that has been set up by billion-dollar companies to be the easiest possible way for you to consume something. So you're not peddling, hey, come over here and listen to everything on here. You're peddling yourself in what you just said of like,
yeah, dude,
this puts the money directly into my pocket so that I can continue to put it on Spotify and shit like that. And like you said, you don't just stop doing it on Spotify. You just let people support you. You know what I'm saying? Just let them.
God, you just let them support you, bro. Let Mag and the rest of the Even team, shout out y'all. Let them worry about bringing the millions of consumers to there, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean, if they can bring those people over, that's the whole point of the show. You know, they just rolled out the app, so shout out y'all if y'all are buying the music on Even, download the app. You know what I mean? The interface is tight and makes it very fucking easy to navigate, and the music that you purchase. So if you purchase multiple projects from me on Even, which a couple people already have, you'll be able to have them in one place in that playlist. Right, so, you know what I'm saying? I have my Even app on my app. I got some La Russell shit. I got fucking, you know what I mean, some of the homie shit. So go check that shit out, you know what I'm saying? But don't obsess over exactly what my brother said, which is, well, come over here and leave what you're doing over there, and this has to be this has to be an exclusive thing. Like, no, it does not. They can absolutely coexist. You know what I mean? They want to fucking take that shit over, and I think that they absolutely fucking should, and that's what the whole point of us seeding it is and getting into that shit is. But it's not happening right now. Right now we're in this like transitional period where the consumers don't fully understand, and that's cool. But then I talked to homie, and he understands to the fucking max. You know what I'm saying?
But like he said too, he's not listening to it on Even.
No, and he straight up told me that. He straight up told me,
he said,
it's not fuck Spotify.
He said, I know what this is for.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
So it's like worrying about all the other stuff doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, just let them do what they're gonna do. Like I said, they're gonna spend their money.
Yeah.
It's just, it could be on you. Like, I think even artists have kind of fallen into this trap too of like devaluing themselves, not to the like extreme degree, because some people are extreme and like really want to stand on their worth and like won't do anything for less than a set dollar amount or anything like that. But you know, the other way of like, you know, people, like I'll just say it again, but people are going to spend their money on anything, and when they spend money on like stuff like art and shit, that's like people's getaway. Like, people, I think creatives and shit in our position and things of that nature don't really understand that, because this is what we do, and like this is the getaway all the time damn near. But like, people have regular lives that they live and then come home and want to enjoy somebody who's doing something completely outside of themselves, and that maybe they wouldn't even want to do themselves, but are inspired and love the fact that they're doing it. So it's like, that's like the value to the world type shit. You know, that's what you're actually giving to people. Like, that's what we talk about with, like, if you're actually like putting music out and stuff like that, it's not for you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's your expression, and it, like, the music is for you because you're making it, but you're putting it out. So it's not, and now it's not for you, it's for everybody.
Yeah, if it was for
It's
you,
for the people.
it would be in your voice memos, just like so many artists do have.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
When
what
people
I'm saying?
don't release music, which is totally fine, and they just kind of do it, that's
Hey, switch the camera over to me real quick. Okay, go back.
like,
Anyway.
if you're honest with yourself, like, people do that, you know what I'm saying? Every time somebody picks up an instrument and just kind of plays and doesn't do anything outside of that, like, that's for themselves. But when you're putting it out to the masses and you're trying to get something in return monetarily, like, that's now for other people to consume, you know what I'm saying? And, like, people get in their own way by thinking that, you know, nothing is an original idea either. Like, that shit isn't from you. You don't pull that shit out of your ass. Like, that was given to you.
You heard something, you seen something, you
Yeah,
peeped something.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Even if it's a whole bunch of things together, but that's right. That's the whole fucking. That's the influence. That's the fucking. Yeah, it gets. You know, we've had the conversation time and time again. And I know it gets funny because it's a gray area. You know what I mean? It's a really gray line of, like, when are you imitating and when are you taking inspiration?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But even off of that too, because that connects to it. But I even think, because everybody's different when it comes to this thought, but there's like thoughts of where does the song even come from, or a beat even come from? You know what I'm saying? And, like, it doesn't. There's like a couple of people, I can't think of them at the time at this moment in time, but there's like I've seen a few scattered famous musicians and stuff like that talking about this concept of, like, when you wake up in the morning and you have an idea, having to get that out, or else that's gonna go to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like, like, you don't pull that out, and that's all you pull that out, and if you don't release that, you're gonna hear it somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna go to somebody else.
Me and Mads used to talk about that shit. How they were like, they're like time windows. You know what I'm saying? Like, opportunities to have time windows. You know what I mean? And we hear it time and time again. You know what I'm saying? You'll have homies or people in the room or somebody that'll be like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I thought of that. You know what I'm saying?
But
It's like, yeah, you probably fucking did. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
But you
know
didn't
what I mean?
execute, so it's like,
So fuck it. Next idea, bro. You know what I mean? Because if you can breed those ideas, you're one of the blessed
That
ones. You know
too,
what I mean?
yeah,
Next
yeah.
idea. You know what I mean? Keep it rocking, bro. So, you know.
but yeah, outside of that topic though, that's
Yeah, dude. Fuck the middleman. You know what I mean? Believe in yourself. Create the community. Educate your people. You know what I'm saying? Educate them, bro. So much of this is education, bro. Because we're not playing by the fucking typical constructs that they fucking built for us, you're gonna have to fucking explain to the people what's going on, bro. If I could show you guys, I might even send some screenshots live. This is actually great thought, bro. But if I get the messages on the Google Voice for where the donations come in, you know what I'm saying? The questions that come in there, and the amount of, like, back and forth that goes into me explaining to people, like, what pay what you want means.
Yeah.
There's some work there, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it makes
yeah.
me think we need to create some sort of digital product, some sort of write up that really just explains it. But
that too.
yeah, it's an educational gap. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's a salesperson thing too. That's what a lot of people don't have or want to do, because when you've been in sales, you understand that there's rebuttals that you're never gonna get the first. Like, that's so rare. You're always gonna have to jump,
bro.
1 or 2 times. It's usually at least 3. That's what they say, right? Like, when you're getting trained and shit, is that you're gonna get at least 2 to 3 rebuttals, and your job is to get past 2 or 3 of those. But people don't. We just want to make the music, so we don't think about it like that.
And it needs to be understood, like you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, when me and Ray go into these fucking AMP meetings and we've got, like, these pre-write-ups, bro, I have 5 objections written down.
Yeah, exactly.
That I know.
You already know that.
Yeah, I know that when I say this, you know what I mean, the first thing they're going to object is going to be what? Anybody who's in sales knows the first thing they're going to object is price.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing they're coming for. I mean, if you can't get over price, if you can't explain to somebody why your music's worth $1, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that comes from belief in yourself and shit. You know what I'm saying? That comes from that. So, yeah, 100%.
They know that the salesperson also knows that really what they're looking for is somebody they can trust. So they're trying
All my life.
they're trying to see if they can trust your music.
And
if they
now-
know who you are.
Once they trust you, are you a fucking gimmick, or can you play the long game, right? Because this is what happens, right? Sometimes you get sold a car, and you get into fucking month 4, and your fucking cousin says the APR is what? You put how much down? I mean, what bank fucking approved that? You know what I'm saying? Then you're like, oh, bro, did me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not the sustainable long build that we're talking about. We're talking about really being able to express your value in something, stand on it, and then do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And create it again and again, and shit, raise it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Raise the value. You know what I mean? That's one of the sinking in the sandbars. You know, I'm trying to get my cheese up. You know what I'm saying? It's not even just the money. Everything has to scale. You know what I'm saying? You want to see the play scale. You want to see the fucking view scale. You want to see the vanity metrics there. Fuck the real engagement and shit, but you want to see it there because it converts. This is the first time. You're going to get me excited. You hear me talking fast, but this is the first time that we've seen that micro viral Laguna reel on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I'm up at 190 fucking monthly listeners on Spotify without paying a fucking playlister, without paying some fucking bogus
Just
shit.
straight ads.
All my plays are straight from Sacramento and Elk Grove. You know what I'm saying? Which shows me, well, if I can hit here, let me start geotagging different places. Let me start fucking, let me take
Let's
off
see.
the map shit, and let me just go now off interest and see where this is. Now I'm getting fans and people tapping in from all over places and seeing this like slow motion over time in conjunction with the Patreon, in conjunction with
Spotify's good for that too.
Bro,
to show you the
it's
places.
got it's got
So.
great data, and it's got great. And every comment, if you go look at the Laguna reel on my shit right now, you know what I'm saying. Every comment is this song on Spotify? People don't ask, is this song on Apple Music? Is this song on YouTube? I swear on my life, bro. People in the comments are like, is this song on Spotify? I get DMs about the early release shit, like, when is this song coming to Spotify?
Yeah.
That's what people are asking. That's how powerful, like that.
Ooh, you can
that
start giving
platform.
them the pre-save link.
Yeah, I need to start fucking uploading on distro early enough. I'm a blade. That's all the team shit. I know you did it this month for me, but normally I'm uploading 4 days before
They give it
distro.
to
Don't
you
do that.
Oh yeah, 4
They
days.
give it to you, but because you're not live to the stores yet, it's not. You know what I mean?
True.
So yeah, plan your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get better. But a project a month all year, bitch. You know what I'm saying? On my life, I'm getting on my disrespectful shit on my life, bro. Just like that post said, man. Nice Jordan's out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm demanding results of myself and the people around me on my motherfucking life. It's up like that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna lead by example. So if you catch me loafing, let me know something. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna catch me loafing. You know what I'm saying? On my motherfucking life. You know what I mean? I got my EP. Yeah, executive producer. Yeah. He gonna keep me in check. You know what I'm saying? When I start loafing, I suggest you get one of these. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to know how you find somebody like fucking cheat code, bro, y'all gotta find one another, bro. And it's on some real team shit. This is real shit, bro. I see people post, I need a manager. I need a boo. No, you don't. You need somebody that believes in your shit.
Yeah.
It could be your friend. You don't need to be a manager right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You were around me and perpetuated me making music and trying to get me in the booth for the last fucking 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And it really wasn't until fucking 6 months ago we had the conversation. You're like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Time to turn it. So I digress. Shout out you, man. You know what I'm saying? Get you a friend that believes in you, bro. Believe in them and see what happens, bro. On my motherfucking life. Watch this.
Tight, bro. Yeah, we want to talk about the beginning of the Big Boss Sloth real quick.
Yeah, which one? You just started talking about the tracks? What you want to talk about?
No, I know we were talking about off camera a little bit how it kind of came about.
Oh yeah, bro. Let's talk about it. I mean, shit, bro. You're the Big Boss Sloth originator. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it so solid, bro. So, Big Boss Sloth is something that you ideated, I think, probably a year ago, if not longer.
Yeah, I think we were talking about so this was right before the GroundWrk EP, because we were talking about like, I think by the time me and you started making music, we had already been around each other about a year or so. We didn't really get in the booth like that right when I got to CDC.
That's one, yeah.
Yeah. So by the time we got there, it was like, okay, what's like obviously we can just sit there and make as much shit as we want to, which is what we did anyway, but like also is there going to be like at least some intention behind it, I guess, in the way of like, cuz we know a lot of dope producers in general anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like you had Jesse at that point already and shit like that. Like, Jesse's always going to have beats and shit, and X and anybody in the building basically and stuff like that. So not even just with you, but with anybody that I work with, the point to me is like, well, how am I gonna like sound, like elevate whatever you're already doing and maybe like throw my own flavor in there type shit, you know what I mean? So when we were talking about it, it was like, yeah, you got like shit talking stuff, but let's combine like your two, like, your two things that you do. You know what I'm saying? You be talking hella shit sometimes. Sometimes you be on the life rap shit. And I was like, let's kind of what does that look like? You know, mashed together.
That's what came out. That's tight.
So, Big Boss Sloth, because you already had the Sloth thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, what does a really like confident looking motherfucker look like? And
Big boss.
That's just kind of what I thought of. You know, big boss Sloth.
The big boss.
Everybody likes the beginning, the same letter in the beginning type shit.
Yeah.
BBS. You know? Yeah. Oh God. The BBL.
Shout out to BBL, man. You know what I mean? Battle Bar League fighting in your face May 11th. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you come out, man. Freestyle rap battle league on my life.
But yeah, I thought that was cool. Yeah, the name I think came a long time ago. But yeah, the music definitely didn't come until recently, beginning of the year.
Yeah, it's tight too because like one of the tracks on there is really fucking old. 6 a.m. track with Connor Helm.
Yeah.
Is I think a year old, and it fits the vibe fucking immaculately. You know what I'm saying? It's when you express it like that, when you're like, yeah, take shit talking Jordan, take like sinking in the sand Jordan, and mix it with like fucking clarity Jordan. Which if you haven't heard clarity, bro, you talking about 2019 shit. You know what I'm saying? But you take those two Jordans and you put them together, yeah, bro, and you get. Oh, it's 6 again. You know what I'm saying? You get fucking 7 days a week. I'm in a stool on my feet. You know what I mean? Because I'm really trying to think. Because I know we on the brink. Like that confident, unapologetic.
Yeah.
We here. Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, bro. Couldn't do it without you, brother. Like a motherfucker, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, you're still the artist, man. So, but yeah, I think that was the.
Fuck that's supposed to mean.
You still the artist.
That's crazy.
You still need the artist.
Yeah, we need the artist, but you know what I mean? It's a two-way little street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No cap.
Team, you know what I'm saying? That's what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, it's team shit, bro. And I've openly said, and people hear me say this all the time, and fucking people in the space at least, maybe not online. So you know, I start openly talking about it more, and I know that like now, not as much, just because of how timing and how our schedules are aligning currently, but for a really long time, and just the. You know what I mean? Iron sharpen iron. People help each other with fucking, you know what I mean? You exploit somebody's fucking strengths, and the other person exploits their strengths, and you figure out how to get stronger, you know what I'm saying? And my thing has always been organization, you know what I'm saying? And music has always fell to the back burner because we have the business, and I always kind of tie them into the same two things where it's like, I have X amount of work to do, you know what I'm saying? I've got to do this, and it's split between like the building and my family shit and the music shit. And so you really got me to points where it was like, I had to take I've got all these priorities, and I had to take music and really just like throw it up top,
put it up there.
You know what I'm saying, and be like, okay, if I'm really trying to take this shit serious, you know what I'm saying, I've got to take it serious, bro. And you know, people know the difference, bro. You know whether or not you're doing the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like there may be a few ignorant souls out there. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you look in the fucking mirror and you ask yourself, am I doing everything that I could be possibly doing to further this goal, you know what I mean? Because I can sit there and say there's 10 things that I'm trying to do. I want to be a videographer, and I want to be a good husband, and I want to be a good son, and I want to be fucking all these other things. And I'm not saying that I put music above, you know, fucking these family priorities in my life. Yeah, bro, but there has to be a level of discipline and commitment to it. You know what I'm saying? That it's like, it may not take precedent above it, but it better be right there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of wanting to do something creatively and really perpetuating it a real way. And that's just how I feel. Like, if you're not making the sacrifices and doing the fucking work, it's just not going to work out. If you're waiting for something to just click because that's how you think it works, bro, I'm going to tell you that's not it. You know what I'm saying? There might be some anomalies. You know what I'm saying? There might be some fucking rare occasions where people can maybe not do all the necessary work and go up, but every book that I've fucking read and every fucking thing that I've seen and every fucking story that I've seen develop out, the person's usually like, you have no idea how hard I had to work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Go read your favorite what the fuck ever. Yeah. Don't even matter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Go read it. Go read a fucking biography, autobiography, whatever. Someone somewhere to a successful story is going to be like, yeah. The amount of work that I had put in, there's this period of time where, I mean, and whether it's the physical, like the literal, the sleepless nights and the early mornings, because some people have to go that literal physical grind, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes it's, I just talked to my boy, bro. He fucking just dropped out of fucking dental school to fucking be a musician. You know what I'm saying? You talking about a real leap of faith. If that shit work out, that's going in his story. And if he wouldn't have done that, I just don't know if there's even a story. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's I don't know, man. It gets crazy, bro. Take the leap, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or don't. You know what I'm saying? But
you still got to put the work in, whether or not you. The leap is different, right, for everybody. Like, the leap for him was a complete, because he was going to dental school. But like, you're at Noah's and shit like that, and some people would argue that the leap has not been taken. But if you're working twice as hard as everyone else, even after a shift, and this is for really anybody with a job, also doing this, then you're outworking everybody still. Yeah. If you're doing half as much and you don't have any other priority, then you're like.
Shout out Ray Knox, bro. Ray Knox was the first dude who told he was talking to me, and he was talking to me about myself and Mike, and just because those are the two people that he was like outwardly fucking like
he's seen,
shown, and he's told us so. He's like, bro, y'all sharpened, or at least the iron sharpened iron thing, bro. I always bring it up because it's so important. It's like there's so many things that he's helped me with, and he's like, one of the things that you guys helped me with was just like turning up the hustle. He's like, when I seen that you guys were going to work for 8 hours at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning and getting off at 1, and then I'm pulling up at 2 and we're working till 6, and then you got other shit going till 8, and then you had an event that went till 11. He's like, I'm realizing y'all going, these are 20-hour days. You know what I mean? He's like, that inadvertently turned me up. Make me want to go
on
harder.
Accident type shit.
You know what I'm saying? And so shout out, bro, because you hear shit like that and you're like, oh yeah. Sometimes you don't even, right? This is the whole platform. Sometimes you don't even realize the amount of shit that you're doing just because you're in it. You know what I mean? So sometimes when someone's like, hey, bro, you guys are tripping, you're like, oh, yeah, that's a good reminder for 2 reasons. Obviously, one, because it's like a nice little pat on the back, but also you got to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So fucking, you're big on like, hey, bro. You know what I'm saying? Did you go home? Did you fucking eat today? Did you fucking, you know what I mean? Because that for me, these are like real things.
You can't function 100% either. If I gotta turn it the selfish way, it's like I'm looking out for you so that you could be at your best type shit.
Right.
Which is what I expect. No cap from on the other side of things. It's like if you haven't eaten all day and you're still running around doing shit, like you gonna fuck yourself at the end of the day.
Talk about, all right, let's get in the booth. You're gonna be like, no, bro.
Let's get in the, and that's just for anybody, right? Like you still have to do these things, because if you don't, then you're not even gonna get through a regular 8-hour day. Right. You're gonna fucking crash out halfway through, which is something that we've already experienced or discussed and all that other shit with anybody, not just you, but anybody. It's like you still have to understand yourself and like what it is that you need. Somebody told me a long time ago that like they were like, if you have to watch TV to feel good, like that's like your leisure time, then like do that, but just make sure that you do that in a time frame that makes sense to the goals that you want to do.
Live in contrast. That's what you told me.
So it's like, man, you should figure out the time to do all of that stuff, because that's going to be necessary and shit like that. You know what I mean? And sometimes you're not going to be able to do it, but if it's on your mind, then you'll do it eventually. And
yeah, dude.
You're just not going to function right if you don't do certain things.
Talk some nitty gritty, dude. You've seen me fucking, let's talk about it, bro. This is GroundWrk Live. You know what I mean? You better tune into an exclusive, bro. I've had fucking, halfway fucking mental breakdowns in the fucking back room over here in that little smoke area. You know what I'm saying? Coming off of fucking a sick one at fucking Noah's and fucking having whatever I got fucking going on. And it's just like fucking brain shutdown mode. I'm ready to catch a plane to Canada, wrap it all up. You know what I'm saying? And the shit's not pretty, bro. But when you're in those moments, that's where like those roots, the things that we've instilled over the course of the last, it's not even that long, bro, 6 months. Right. Things that we've instilled over the course of the last 5 or 6 months, bro. Like it's like that military shit. Like wake up and fucking make your bed. I really feel like that's the type of time I'm on with my music because of the team around me. You know what I mean? Because of fucking cheat code, really, to talk about it. But the idea is just pump it out, push it, good product, direct to consumer. You know what I'm saying? Make it a lane. Show the people in our city that it's doable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Create our own fucking economy. You know what I'm saying? These are real, we create our own artist economy, right? What did we say? Isn't it doubling 250 bill to 500 bill? Like worldwide artist economy is going fucking crazy next year. You know what I'm saying? Like the creators economy is going fucking nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to be proactive
getting
in
paid.
building that. Yes, you know what I mean? That goes somewhere. You know what I
Somebody's
mean?
getting
They didn't
that.
just pull that number out their ass and say, there's actually going to be $500 billion next year. Like, no, these are real projected shit they're looking at. You know what I'm saying? They're like, damn, bro, we seen this much money move through fucking all these different creative outlets, bro. Whether you're talking Tubi, Roku, YouTube payouts,
Yeah.
Instagram payouts, bro, TikTok pay, bro, everybody. Is a creator economy in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So be a part of it, or don't stay at home and watch and fuck with your favorite artist. You know what I'm saying? On my motherfucking life, bro. Like this ain't the 2003s no more, where you fucking waking up and watching MTV fucking
The
music videos.
03s.
This ain't the 03s with the music videos on the TV in the morning no more, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that no more, man. Mom ain't buying that $13 CD for you no more. You know what I'm saying? You're not burning CDs off uTorrent. You know what I'm saying? You're not torrenting shit no more, man. You guys are bought into these big name fucking subscription services because of the level of convenience and access that it's done for us. We can't be mad at it, man. Spotify, Apple Music has been one of the best things for me as a listener. You know what I'm saying? As a creator, it gets gray. You know what I'm saying? You got to really figure out what it is going to be that's going to make it make sense. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll end this with these two words. Fuck Spotify. You got cheese?
Big Boss Sloth everywhere now. Not everywhere, only on Even right now.
That was intentional. That was tight.
Only on Even. It'll be everywhere soon. Shout out, y'all. We gonna keep working.
All my life. And fuck Spotify.